Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat or drink. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween, my witchy friend.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, that mask thing was cool, but I'd never be able to drink in it.
Yeah.
We're here to drink.
Yeah, the cape was pretty restrictive, too.
Right, so it is Halloween. Doesn't mean you get to just watch us and not answer the door. You'll have to pause us and go answer the door and come back, because you don't want to miss. We've got some special recipes that you're going to want to conjure up.
Yeah. Wait a minute, let's get some more hair of a witch.
No more hair of a witch. I wish I had more hair. I'd witch it. So,
say hello to my friend. Where did he go? Oops.
He's right there. He's on the top. We haven't been drinking yet. But we're doing something different tonight. It's not a bourbon night. It's Halloween, so we're doing shots.
Well, shooters, actually.
Shooters.
I think technically anything with mixers is a shooter.
Shooter. Shots, shooter.
And,
it's got alcohol in it.
You know, I think they all have a bourbon in them.
All right, bourbon shooters.
A bourbon or a whiskey, yeah.
Halloween shooters.
Yeah.
So this is a show about we've got what, 3 or 4? We've got 4 and ooh. I got my own test tubes. Yeah. So we've got.
It could be a urine sample.
Well, it wouldn't be my urine sample. So what have you been up to lately? You're retired. You're not supposed to have to do any testing.
Oh goodness.
So we have 4 concoctions.
Yes.
From the cauldron that
experiment
that Kim has come up with. I asked her to come up with 4 shooters that we could have fun with, all kind of Halloween related.
Yes.
That kind of flavor, that kind of fun.
We have 3 that are based on Halloween candy or candy, and we have 1 that's based on a Halloween fall treat. Are you ready?
I've been ready. I have been ready for this all week.
So you want to taste them first and then know what's in them, or do you want to know what's in them and then taste them? You tell me.
I think I want to taste them, and then you can tell the audience what's in them.
Sure. So we're going to start with number 1 then. And these have been chilling in the fridge all day long. I give it a little shake because they've probably settled a bit.
And where did you find these?
This came from Target, from the dollar spot. It was $3.
$3. And can you, if they bought those, is it like one time, or could they reuse them?
You know, the little label on it said it was 1 use only, but I don't really understand why. If you can get them cleaned out, I don't see why you couldn't use them again.
A little one of those little bottle tube brushes or something.
They're tiny. And let me just say this before we get started. There's like less than 20 milliliters in each one. So one of these recipes probably would make 3 of these as we talk about the recipes. So it doesn't hold very much.
Oh, no. Well, still, that's... and what would you say the amount? You say 20 milliliters? For both of us?
17 milliliters in each test tube.
Okay. For you conversion guys out there, I'll put that on the bottom of the screen, actually, how many ounces of spirit is in it.
When we talk about it, I'll tell you exactly how much I put in. And then I filled up both test tubes, and in almost every case, I had a little bit left over to toss out.
Well, Halloween cheers.
Cheers. There's no clink. These are plastic. Oh.
That's chocolatey.
No, that's not chocolate.
Or
let it rest a minute.
I'm getting chocolate, babe. Or no. I'm getting caramel.
That's good. It still could be colder, I think.
I'm getting like Bailey's and caramel.
Yeah.
And
give it a minute to kind of coach them out.
And then the spirit is certainly Bailey's doesn't have that much spirit in it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that is really good. I'm drinking all this one.
This one is based on a caramel apple because usually at fall festivals there's apple bobbin or caramel apples, and I looked all over to see if I could find a caramel apple, and I just couldn't find one. But what's in this one is the Bailey's salted caramel.
I remember getting that for you.
And then we have the apple flavored or apple remedy. It's the apple whiskey.
Yeah, it's infused, which to me is flavored, but it's from our friends over there at the Remedy, which is up in Gainesville, a local distillery, and it's their apple, which is very popular, straight bourbon whiskey infused with natural apple flavors.
And just as a reference, it's 1 part Bailey's and 2 parts Remedy. And for my parts, I used 3/4 of an ounce, the little small side of the jigger.
Okay.
But 1 to 2, 1 to 2.
So really, doesn't matter how you make it, as long as you use those proportions.
You can make a big one.
that is really good.
And it's strong. It's not like knock you down strong, but it's
right.
You can really taste the alcohol in there.
And if you're in the Georgia area, this is easy to get. I'm not sure outside of Georgia since it's a local small craft distillery, but obviously the Bailey's salted caramel, you can get that anywhere. And feel free to substitute if you've got an apple whiskey that you really like. You probably get the same results.
Probably any kind of alcohol, really.
Yeah.
Anything that's apple flavored.
And I don't think that I think this is like 70 or 80. 70. This is 70 proof, so this is not a high proof shooter. Very good. So let's put that off to the side.
Okay, one down.
That was wonderful.
Okay. Number 2 is a little darker. I definitely shake this one up.
Okay. What color is that?
It's brown.
Maybe I'll finally get my chocolate after all.
This does have chocolate in it. You could have told that as soon as you smelled it.
Dang!
It's very chocolatey.
I'm telling you, you're like in the middle of the Hershey's chocolate bar factory kind of smell. That is, woo! That is Ric Flair kind of chocolate. Mmm. Well, cheers, babe.
Cheers. Clonk.
Clonk.
Mmm.
Oh, there's the chocolate.
Give it a little bit to.
And that's almost kind of like a Belgian chocolate or something like that. It's got a different kind of chocolate flavor, not like American milk chocolate. This is richer.
This is a little darker chocolate.
A little darker, richer, and oh man.
But do you taste the under flavoring in there? Because that chocolate is really strong, but it's got a little under flavoring in it.
And this is a chocolate liqueur. When you just didn't add chocolate, you added a chocolate. Well, don't show it yet.
Okay.
Let's see if I can guess the rest of it. So you got chocolate liqueur, and then you added. Did you add a bourbon to it?
I added a whiskey.
A whiskey. I couldn't tell you what it is. That chocolate's so prevalent. And is there anything else? Is it just
the two?
Just the two.
Just the
wow, that is really rich. So show us what.
Well, here's the chocolate, and it's Borgata Classic Chocolate Specialty. It's a product of Italy. We got this at Total Wine, and it was something they had special one day, and it is really
and it was like $19 or something like that.
Really chocolatey.
Well, they were doing tasting when we went in there, and we're like, oh man, we got to have one of those because it was just so unusual.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, good luck reading that bottle because it's really dark. Anyway, the candy that we are duplicating in that one is a Reese peanut butter cup because the whiskey is peanut butter whiskey.
I couldn't tell what else was there, but you're right now that I think about it. peanut butter.
It's just subtle.
Yeah, and this is also a 70 proof. I think of it as a liqueur. Scatterbrain may not qualify as a liqueur, but it says for your nutty side. And this worked perfect for this. So what was the proportions
it
of
was
the
one part of the chocolate liqueur and 2 parts of the peanut butter. And I really think you could up the peanut butter and reduce the chocolate a little bit.
I would agree, because the chocolate was just so in your face.
It's a little overwhelming.
It was good. Overwhelming good.
We've got some ice cream downstairs that chocolate stuff would be delicious on.
Yeah. Well, I think we actually said, like, yeah, that'd be good over ice cream.
Wait a minute. I got to put my spider up.
Okay.
I feel like Minnie Pearl.
Well, that was, it just, you know, this was good. That was even better. So far, I mean, you're hitting on all cylinders.
Okay, the next one, I'm not sure that you've ever had this candy, but we're going to try it anyway. This is number 3.
Oh, the urine sample.
We have 2 of these.
The urine sample. Look at that. Urine sample. Wouldn't that be like if you actually put this in there going like, we don't know what's wrong with you, but we suggest you go to the hospital right now.
Before you taste it, smell this one.
Okay.
Because it is something that I truly love, and I had to stop eating it because it pulled out a filling in my teeth one time.
Am I getting lemon?
It's banana.
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 Am I getting banana? We'll start this over again. Cut out the other part. Am I getting banana?
It is banana.
You're right. Now that I smell that, go like.
It's your brain playing tricks.
My brain playing tricks because I thought we had. I thought we had a lemon one in the mixer, so I'm thinking
no
like
lemon
this is the lemon one.
No.
We don't have a lemon one. Sorry.
No.
I do just smell the banana now. They say that. Mm. I've never tasted banana like this before. That is banana thrown through a particle accelerator. That is banana, nuclear banana.
That candy, excuse me just a second. Oh, woo. That
It is
candy,
it's the sweetest of the
it's
the
very
three.
sweet. And it is based on a banana Laffy Taffy. And they are super sweet candies, and they are like 400,000% banana when you taste them.
Wow, that is, I mean, every one of these is delicious.
Okay, let's talk about that one. Let me bring my recipe up real quick.
And if you miss we'll put this on the screen and post, but I'll also put it in the description. So if later on you just go in there and swipe the description and copy it to your computer, because these are really wonderful. So this was number 3, and what do we call this? Banana Laffy?
It's banana Laffy Taffy.
Banana Laffy Taffy.
And let me tell you, the taste is spot on.
Oh, wow.
So we use just a banana liqueur. We have the Cooper here, and this is probably 5 years old. We haven't used that in a while, but it's sugar and water flavor, and it's
And unlike bananas, it hadn't turned.
no. So it's 2 parts of the banana liqueur, 1 part of early times, and a half a part of simple syrup. And I felt like it needed that little extra bit of simple syrup because a banana Laffy Taffy is super, super sweet.
Right.
So you get all the flavor of a banana Laffy Taffy without the stickiness.
And I can hear the comments right now. Damn, Mike, I can't find early times and you're putting them in shooters? Yes, we are. I've got extra early times, and think about it this way. If you couldn't find early times, probably Old Forester 100 would be a perfect swap for that.
Something mild.
Or yeah,
Something
this
mild.
is 100 proof. So was the Old Forester 100. They were same juice originally. So you can't find the Early Times blue cap, then my recommendation is Old Forester 100 should be just fine for this recipe.
And remember, these are all just for fun. They're not.
No, this is something.
Serious
this is
drinks.
something you make for friends coming over, and you put it in the fridge. Get it night. I think it'd like get it really cold. Let it sit in there all day.
Yeah.
And then you guys have dinner and stuff like that. You're cracking up. You're telling jokes, and you're just having a good time. And they bring out these.
Right.
And wow, what a end to the evening.
So we've got one left.
All right.
And it also looks like a urine sample.
Number 4. Yeah. Is it green? Is that green?
No, it's yellow. It's kind of a pale, pale yellow. It's a healthy person. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We don't think you're going to live past today.
Smells good.
All right. Now don't tell me, because I'm going to try to guess this one correctly this time. Oh, that is a...
It's not aftershave.
I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is.
Let me stop you. Did that light just go off?
Oh yeah, one of the lights. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It would just.
I just thought I might be going blind or something.
No. If you notice something's going on in the studio, we have paid our electric bill at the Bourbon Mansion, but one of those lights is on battery, and apparently decided to, like, you're not sharing this with me. I quit. I'm not sure what it is. You'll have to tell me.
This is based on the candy Red Hots.
Cinnamon. Now I smell it.
And I tasted cinnamon alcohol for the first time doing this, and it's quite special.
It's hard for me to get the nose on this stuff.
Because you're used to smelling the bourbons, and
yeah.
This is more of a kind of in your face.
Cinnamon. I swear this is Red Hots in a glass, in a test tube. That tastes exactly like a Red Hot.
Woo.
I mean, cinnamon explosion in your mouth.
It is. I'm gonna go ahead and drink the rest.
Now, which one is my favorite?
Ooh. Ooh. So about this one, let me bring up my recipe again. This is equal parts of Larceny.
Well, you can't find that.
And that's the regular Larceny, right?
Yeah, the regular Larceny, the under $30 Larceny.
And then I used, with that, I used the RM Rose Fire on the Mountain.
Yeah, they're friends of ours, so rather than just buy some run-of-the-mill cinnamon whiskey.
National name brand, we bought the local.
We bought the local. We support your local distillery.
Yes.
And we support our local
delicious.
distillery, RM Rose, up in Dillard, Georgia. And it says
really
cinnamon
good.
whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. And it is also 70 proof. So we're kind of like going along. All these are like 70 proof.
That's I think that's one of the stronger of the drinks that we had.
Well, you got that, and then you got the 92 proof on. And this is a wheated bourbon, by the way. And I recommended this one because when we talked about cinnamon, I thought, well, so many other bourbons might take away or influence the cinnamon taste. The wheated is, usually a very mild taste. It adds that bourbon, but without a lot of spice, because the spice is right here. We don't need any more spice. The spice is right. That's quite good too. I think, didn't we taste that when we first opened it?
We did. We did.
I'm
looking for
forget that cheap whiskey you see in there that says it's cinnamon. This is the real deal. Fire on the Mountain, RM Rose.
In fact, I'm gonna have a little taste of it by itself, because when I tasted it before I was
give me one too
mixing up Well, here, you open it, because that cork is hard to open. Before, when I was trying to decide how much to use and what the proportions were, this was really tasty.
Now I can smell it. Give me a glass I can actually smell it in. That cinnamon is, wow, pronounced.
It's really good. I've got some apple cider downstairs. I'm thinking about making me a little cocktail with some apple cider.
Oh, that is really good.
Cinnamon whiskey? Cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah. So if you're in the market for cinnamon whiskey, I truly, if you can get this, it's not expensive. It's I don't have the price on it, but I'll put the price on the bottle. What I paid for it. It's not an expensive whiskey, but it's a very good.
This might be a little hard to get for some folks.
Yeah.
But like we said, you could substitute. And I haven't had the other brands of cinnamon, so I don't know what they're like. But this one is really good.
Well, there's some ones out there that aren't real cinnamon, and well, I won't go into that. This is real cinnamon flavors. So.
It's very good. So that was my 4 candy selections that I made shooters out of. How did you like them? Which one do you think you liked the best?
That chocolate.
The chocolate.
Number
The chocolate
2.
always wins.
That was killer. I would say number 2, the chocolate, was first place. Second place was the caramel. That was really good. Came in a close second.
Probably the banana was your least favorite.
The banana was 4th.
Yeah,
the
it's
cinnamon.
real sweet.
The cinnamon was 3rd.
Yeah, I think my favorite is probably the. Well, I think for
you like the banana, don't you?
For accuracy, I think the banana was the closest to the candy that there was, because that's just flat out banana.
I don't know. You got that. You got that red hot. I mean, this is delicious. It's very sweet. But what you did
But that makes that punch
with that,
in it.
I swear, that's the first thing I thought was red hot. I had red hots all day long.
Right
This
on.
is good cinnamon whiskey. Your concoction there was nailed the red hots. I mean, absolutely. You're going to taste that and going like, yep, red hots.
Yep, red hots.
Absolutely red hots. That's, to me, the red hots nailed the candy more than any other. Now, this is definitely a caramel apple.
Yeah, I like
but that red hots was, you nailed that candy.
I like that Bailey's salted caramel. That'd be good. That'd be good in a cup of coffee. I think the cinnamon whiskey would be great in a hot chocolate. Oh, that'd be awesome. What do you remember about being a kid and going trick-or-treating? Because I was thinking about that the other day, and going out and the big plastic mask and the little cheap costume that you had on. Either that or your mom threw a sheet on you and cut out some holes for eyes.
I remember me and my brother going out, and it'd be like pitch dark. Not like it is now. You see the guys, I mean, nowadays, the kids kind of disappear after it gets dark. Back then, we'd wait. For some reason, we didn't go out until it was dark.
I think that was pretty standard.
And we'd go out and we'd be like half mile away from our house. You know,
no parents.
And no parents. And we'd have so much candy, it was hard to drag the bag back to the house.
Yeah.
And then of course, you know, my mom would always look over the candy, and she would always like take out the homemade treats. Like, we don't know these people. So we never ate the homemade treats. But even back then, you would get apples.
Sure.
You would get fruit. You would get a bag of somebody's homemade candy.
Popcorn.
Or popcorn. You get like, my mother was, no, you're not eating that. Yeah. I don't know who these are.
We had, it seems to me like we had at least a block and a half that we could go on, and it didn't matter what we got in that block and a half. As long as we stayed in there, we could have anything we wanted, because everybody knew everybody. And if they either had kids that were out trick-or-treating, or they didn't have kids and they were the friendly grandma type that you knew who they were. And just nothing but fun. Nothing but fun.
Yeah, I'm sure there was bad people out there just like there is now. But you know what? It wasn't in the press. We didn't have a 24/7 media. There was no internet back then. And for the most part, kids just had fun on Halloween, and we didn't worry about being safe. We worried about how much candy we were going to get. And then, of course, we'd come back and eat half the bag before we went to before
there
we went to
was no
sleep.
moderation.
There was no.
And it got to be to the point where we had to eat dinner before we went out because they knew we were come back and we would be so full of candy we wouldn't want anything.
Yeah.
So that became the rule that you had to eat before you went out.
And think about it. There was no internet. We didn't have cell phones. There weren't even pagers back then. So your kids would go out for Halloween and the parents would just hope that they would come back.
No.
Times have changed. And I don't know for the better. I kind of miss those times. But you know what? We ain't going back.
No, and I'll tell you one thing I do enjoy now is seeing the little tiny kids that maybe this is their first or second time going out trick-or-treating, and they come to the door and they're too shy to say anything, and they've got on just the cutest costume you've ever seen in your life, and they just stand there like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
And the mom or dad saying, go
Say
up there,
trick-or-treat.
put up your pumpkin.
Say
Put it up."
trick-or-treat.
And they're going like, and then you give them candy and they realize, okay, this is a good thing.
They won't say a word until you say, would you like a piece of candy? And then it's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Which one do you want?
Oh, yeah. Never let the little kid just, here, take some candy, because that little hand will come out with a
Half a
ton
pound of candy.
a ton of candy. I don't know. It's kind of like those things in the thing when you
Yeah.
grab it and you never get anything.
Claw.
And they get everything. It's like, dang.
Oh, goodness. Well, this has been fun.
This has been fun. So
Yeah.
we hope you are having a great Halloween. You had lots of kids at your doorstep this
Tell us what
evening.
you dressed up as.
Tell us what you dressed up as, and more importantly, what are you drinking? So, as always, please drink responsibly. Don't go out trick-or-treating when you're drunk. Not a good idea.
Nope. Don't
And
scare the little kids.
Here's to the Halloween in all of us. Cheers.
Cheers. Hair of a witch.
Hair of a witch. We're on the air.